Hey friends, happy Tuesday to you. I'm pickup preaching today this morning. I got to get myself to the gas station. I just dropped off some laundry at my in-laws because our washing machine is broke, and it's so good to have a good support system, good family like that, you know, and when things break or break down like that, you can have a place to turn. We're blessed. I'm blessed. Thank you, Charlotte and Nick. Love you guys. I'm going to get to the gas station, get in on this soapbox that I'm on. Yesterday I made a video and posted. We made 2 recovery videos the last 2 days. I posted a video yesterday of us crashing Chris's house because we can. Chris Powellman. A lot of you guys know Chris Powellman. If you didn't see that video, check it out. I have some footage, some pretty funny footage of us over at Chris's just doing club stuff, helping a brother out because he was down on his luck. He had his eye, unfortunately, he had his eye taken out due to an injury that happened before, he sustained before, and he had his eye taken out, and so he can't ride, the poor guy. So we were over at his place trying to cheer him up, and I know I'm beating that horse, but I know I talked about it in a couple different videos. But man, I'm finally found a group of people that have sober, like-minded aspirations and ambitions, and I've met some of the coolest people. I'm telling you guys, you can never judge a book by its cover. I don't care what it looks like, big, small, black, white, red, yellow, it doesn't matter. We all have a story to tell. We all have a smile to give in a picture. We all have grace to give, and forgiveness, and mercy, and love, and kindness, and you know, all these things go along with being a new person. And you might not expect to hear that from a biker like myself, or somebody that might be stereotyped into you know, a square peg in a round hole. But I ain't gonna fit in them stereotypes because I'm different. We're all different, and yes, there are some people out there that are bad, and yes, there are some people out there that are good. And the good people that we're around, and the people that we surround ourselves, was kind of what I was going to be talking about today. And what I wanted to talk about a little bit was the tire analogy. I got to get some air in my tire, and I'm out there kicking my tires. Where's the free air? Free air. Oh, it's not free anymore, is it? Not. Can't even get free air anymore. It's not even free anymore. Gosh darn it. Before I get ahead of myself, I wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, kicking the tires in recovery. And if you're seeing these messages and you're on the cusp of getting into recovery or thinking about abstinence from the things that you used to do, I'm telling you, my friends, there are going to be more good days. Your best day drunk or high will never beat your worst day sober and clean from drugs or alcohol or the things that we used to do, because those behaviors, those patterns, even though we stop doing drugs and alcohol, those behaviors and patterns might follow us into sobriety, right? Into recovery, because active addiction brings out the worst in people. It truly does. And it brings out a lot of mental health concerns and issues and scares and crises and stuff like that. So when we're coming to recovery, we might still have some of those peripheral, occasional slip-ups, trips, and slips and mistakes, and because we're still learning to grow spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, right, in recovery. Because when we start using drugs or alcohol, my friends, that's when our growth, our development it's on a timeout. It gets paused. And so we go through our active addiction kind of acting like the same old immature person that we were when we were using drugs and addiction when we started. And then when we step into recovery and abstinence, we kind of just pick up the pieces, and we untime out ourselves from our development, and we have to learn to develop again. So here I am at 42, just learning that therapy is good, that shame is bad, that boundaries are good. This is bad, this is good. And so it's been a far cry from what I used to think was good for me and what I did for myself. And I did no spiritual maintenance whatsoever. I did no physical maintenance whatsoever. I didn't worry about what I ate, what I drank, what I eat, if I got sleep or not. I didn't pay attention to my dreams. I didn't pay attention to the people around me who I surround myself with, what I'm putting in. I was always focused on me and poor me. Why me? Why did I have to have a bad upbringing in my childhood? Why did I have to have bad teen years? Why did I have to use drugs and alcohol at such a young age? Why did I rebel? Why did I? Well, I'm figuring out in therapy now, it wasn't my fault. I was just somebody brought up into this atmosphere and this environment. And so the neglect that happened there, it was very impactful in my life. And so now I'm dealing with, at 42 years of age, So it's all attributed to how we were brought up, how we were raised, our experiences, our ebbs and flows of life, right? It's a little difficult to talk about this stuff, but it's important because I know a lot of us who are in recovery and who have been in active addiction, substance abuse, we are ultimately running from something. Something is chasing us down this road. We just don't choose to be alcoholics or drug addicts. Now, there's an amount of percentage of people who are probably using as a result of just falling into it or succumbing to pressure, peer pressure, stuff like that. But a lot of us who are in it and we're in it we're in it because of we have a genetic predisposition. It's hereditary. It runs in the family. We were exposed to it. It's all we knew. We started young to cope. For me, I was running from the teen years and my early upbringing, from when I didn't have a very stable father figure in my life, and my mom was unfortunately still using alcohol and drugs to cope with what she was dealing with. So as I was growing up, I was around people who were constantly drinking alcohol and using drugs. I told myself I would never be like that, and I ended up to be just like that. But I was able to break the chain with one thing, is that I grew up without a father, and I knew and know that played a tremendous part, a huge part in my life, and how I maybe wasn't able to figure out as much as I could have as early as I could have, because I didn't have a good role model in my life. And now I have to say, my godfather Eldon Elseth was a very good role model in my life. I learned a lot from him, and it will forever be in my memory as somebody who taught me a lot, and I'll never forget the memories I have with him. But it was very few and far between, right? I would only see him every other summer, once a year, once if that. And then after I got married to my first wife when I was around 25, 26, I haven't seen them since. So unfortunately, it's been a long time since I've been able to see them. So I haven't had consistent or parenting in my life. It's been pretty broken up, and now my mom has been in my life for quite a few years now, and we've gone through therapy ourselves to get our relationship repaired to the degree that we don't have to go through the ebbs and flows and the ups and downs and the merry-go-round, as she used to call it, anymore, because we have built up and a trust there, and we have boundaries, and we allow ourselves to slip and trip and say, oh, I made a mistake, I apologize, I'm sorry for that. And so people, places, and things that we are involved with, that we're surrounded with, that we lean into, the people that are helping us, the people that we're looking to for examples, are going to be important, right? And we have to look at those people and give them grace too, because even though some of us are bringing messages of hope and inspiration and encouragement, we fall ourselves sometimes, and we don't, I haven't relapsed since I quit drinking and using drugs. So I guess I'm kind of in a fortunate spot. My last uses were my last use. I used alcohol last on April 10th of 2019, and my last use was August 10th of 2011. So I got almost 14 years clean and sober from drugs, illegal narcotics, and meth and heroin and prescription pain pills, and I was in it all. I was using tramadol, Ultram, even the non-narcotic stuff I was using and I was abusing. And then on the flip side, I had alcohol, and I never really put down the alcohol. Alcohol was in my life from the age of about 14 or 15 onward till about 35 or 36 or whatever in 2019 when I quit. And I ended up having a alcohol-induced seizure, and I ended up in Mercy Hospital. I wasn't in the ICU, but I was in a seizure ward or wing or whatever, and then I got transferred to the detox, and then I got out. But when I woke up from that, I woke up with my sister, Nina, my youngest sister, holding my hand and telling me, hey, you're going to be okay, but you got to change your ways. And I don't know if we were really all that close at that point, but we kind of grew together a little bit there for a little bit. And she helped me through a really hard time in my life. Even when me and my mom weren't talking and my family was kind of on the outskirts with my family, I had some support there to help me. And she said, you got to change your life. You got to do something other than drinking alcohol. You're going to die. And I really took that to heart. And I really took the doctor's consideration and care of me into consideration, and I thought about that for a long time after that. What really profoundly changed my life at that moment in detox was I had a book. I had a 24 hours a day book, and it was a little black book, and I got it out of the detox there that they had, and I read it front to back over and over. And I kept reading it day after day after day, and we still read it on this channel every single day. I'd taken a break now for the last couple, 2-3 months, but before that, we've been reading it every day, and I still enjoy reading it. I just don't agree with everything that the AA says, but that book, that 24 Hours a Day book, changed my life. It brought me closer to my faith, and it allowed me to learn every day what I could do and how I could work and incorporate the steps and formula and principles into my recovery in order to have success. And then that short-term success turned into long-term success, and now we're looking at 6 years of abstinence from alcohol free. I have never been able to say that, and that's what I attribute my life to being so different now today, is that the fact that I quit drinking alcohol, and I found a faith, and I found hobbies and experiences and people and places and things. Like, you guys, if you don't find a hobby or something to do in recovery, the idle hands, not good. And then idle minds, not good. Just get bored, and we need to see something. We need to do something. We need to say something. We need to be involved. I'm a busybody, especially when I'm having hard days like the last couple of days, and I can tell that the rain is going to play into effect. I can play that my mood is going to play into effect. What I'm drinking, what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body is what you're going to put out. So if you're sucking on sugars all day, you're probably going to lose energy and all that. So I really try to watch the things that I do and put in, because I don't want to put out bad, right? What I was talking about today was surrounding yourself with people that are going to be supportive, finding hobbies, people, places, and things to be around and to surround yourself with that are going to help and be conducive to your program. Not necessarily Joey's or Bobby's or Susie's, but yours, right? Like, tailor it to what you want and what you like. Who cares what other people think, except your loved ones, right? This is your recovery, your life, and if you want to win it and get out and succeed, that's up to you, not up to other people. I love you guys. God bless you. Be well out there. Surround yourself with people who are on the move, onward and upward. Get away from the people who are going backwards. Don't surround yourself with people who are still drinking. Don't. Make an effort in your life to put into place boundaries that are going to keep you and your family safe from the people, places, and things that are attached to the old world. The old world being the old active addiction life, right? Substance abuse life, which for me was beer, it was vodka, it was whiskey, it was Jägermeister, it was this, it was that, it was this, it was that, it was all these things, IPA beers, all this. I got obsessed with all of it, and I had it every day, all day, every day. Now, for me to be unattached from that and to fill those voids and times and financial things with other things other than liquor and beer and booze, now I have more time to spend on my motorcycle. Now I have more time to spend with my club brothers and sisters. Now I have more time to do outreach and videos. Now I have more time to spend at a part-time gig, or helping somebody do this, or helping people in the community do this. I mean, your life will open up once you unattach from the things that are holding us back. And some of the things that are going to hold us back are the shame and blame and guilt and all the stuff from the old life that we had, right? That we had, past tense, because we are moving forward. Ha! I love talking about it. I'm going to get some gas and move on. Have a great day, you guys. Love ya. Bye! God bless.